guys? What is up? What is up? Is my mic working? I think we're good. I think we're good. How is everybody doing? Who do we got in chat? We got Grease, we got Gamer, we got Andrews, we got Ghost, we got Sanchez. What is up, everybody? What is up? Jen, what is up? Hello, guys. Welcome, welcome. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the hotter it burns. The hotter it burns. This stream is heavily inspired by the fact that we've got a lot of new people here on the channel, right? We got a lot of new people here on the channel, and this is one of those topics that I like to touch on from time to time when I notice that we're getting some new people in the chat, because it's crucial, right? It's a fundamental topic, and yeah, I just like to retouch on it from time to time, especially when I notice new people coming in. So the hotter it burns is what we're going to be talking about tonight. This is a very important topic. I cannot stress that enough. So yeah, we are going to be getting into that tonight, guys. It was a beautiful day here today. I slept in a little late, not going to lie. I slept in a little late. I normally don't stream on weekends, like starting on Fridays, but I was like, you know what? I want to be here tonight. Let's do it. Let's rock a stream tonight. One of those down days, but it is what it is. Not trying to change it, just allowing myself to feel how I feel. I love it. That's the attitude. What is up, M? What's up, Henry? Just got in this program. Anybody actually feel like your body is going to give out? I'm going through a bad anxiety cycle. Exhaustion is very common, Henry. Very common. So don't you worry, guys. We're going to talk about all this good stuff tonight. I look a little pink, and I'm not sure why. I was hoping maybe it would like refocus or something. I don't know why I look pink tonight, but that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Hello, Wonder Bro. What is up? Learning time equals progress. Yes, sir. Sanchez, what is up, dude? I have been well, man. How have you been, Sanchez? Welcome. We've already got a good amount of people here in the stream tonight, so we won't have to wait around too much longer. We'll go ahead and get started, guys. Like I said, you know, most of my streams are influenced by you guys, the comments that I see over on TikTok or in my videos, in my streams. 90% of my streams are influenced by the comments that I receive. So I feel like this is a good time to go over this particular topic. It's been a while, and anyone just starting out with us, this is going to be especially important for you. But even if you're a veteran and you've been at it for a little bit, this is a good topic to kind of touch base on and to, you know, just refresh your memory on. So all right, guys. All right. Also, thank you for the 13-day streak. We're on a 13-day streak as of this stream, guys. If you'd like to support the stream, link is in the description. But with all that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me see. Let me get this music out of here. All right, man. Who's ready? Who's ready to knock out another stream tonight, you guys? The hotter it burns. That is the topic of tonight's stream. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Wonder Bro, when you say the hotter it burns? There is, and I'm just going to jump right into this one, man. There is this really common, but yet really unfortunate false belief within the anxiety community, I guess you could say, where people truly believe, right? And this is one of those false beliefs that are kind of like make or break, right? I'm not over exaggerating here. This is one of those false beliefs that you got to get away from. There's this common false belief within the anxiety community that you are only making progress, or you are only correctly accepting, right? Not fighting with your thoughts and feelings, living your life. You're only doing that quote unquote correctly, right? Why did I just get darker? You're only doing that, give me a second. You're only doing that correctly. There we go. If you start to feel better while you're using the advice, right? So there's this belief that holds so many people back, that they are not truly accepting, that they are not truly using. Luis, thank you so much, dude. I will read your tip note in just a second. First tip of the stream. Thank you so much for tonight. I forgot where I was. Thank you so much for the $10 tip. I'm just going to pick it right back up somewhere. There is that false belief that you are only using the advice correctly if you feel good while you're using it, if you can notice the results while you're using it, that instant gratification, right? But I'm here to tell you tonight, and I kind of just want to get straight to the point because I know I've been rambling for a minute here trying to set this thing up. Actually, when it comes right down to it, you're probably going to feel a bit worse while you are not. Now, stay with me. I know that just freaked a lot of people out. Stay with me. You're probably going to feel a bit worse, at least at first, when you are no longer fighting with those thoughts and those feelings. Why does this happen? You got to understand, every time that you've ever fought with a feeling in your life or with a thought in your life, and you have reassured yourself or you have argued with it, or you have fought with it, that is a coping method. That is a compulsion. A lot of people don't know that mental compulsions exist, but anytime you do something mentally to try to fight with those thoughts and feelings in order to get relief, that is a mental compulsion. That is a coping method. Now, when you first dedicate to this practice of no longer fighting with those thoughts and feelings, you are basically stripping away your safety nets. You are basically taking away your own coping methods. You are basically taking away all of those compulsions that you've done for so many weeks, months, and years, right? So it's no wonder that you're going to feel a bit vulnerable. It's no wonder that you're going to feel a bit out there. It's no wonder that you're going to feel a bit rough. Now, the title of this stream is The Hotter It Burns, right? And I want to follow that up by saying the hotter it burns, the better. So now we get into the next point. We've established why you might feel worse when you start using this advice. We've established why that happens. But now I want to get into the part where I explain why that's actually not a bad thing, right? So if you've been here on the channel for a while, you know that there is a line that I like to say all the time, which is anxiety learns while anxiety is turned on. And that is so true. It's not just wishful thinking. It's not just me trying to be positive. No, quite literally, your brain only learns. As far as the amygdala is concerned, the part of your brain responsible for setting your anxiety levels, as far as that amygdala is concerned, guys, it only learns while fear is activated. The fear pathways that are literally in your brain only learn while you're scared, while you are fearful, while you are experiencing anxiety, right? So the hotter it burns, the better. The rougher you feel, which means the higher your anxiety is tonight, for example, the better, because the quicker the learning is going to happen, right? Probably not as quickly as you would like, but the quicker the learning in the brain is going to happen, the more opportunities you have to show the brain that you are not in any danger. How? The two keys: no longer fighting mentally with your thoughts and feelings, and living your life as if you're already healed, right? So the hotter that fire is burning, the better, guys. And there's so many people out there who view that the opposite way, and it's screwing you up. It's really screwing you up. It's hurting your progress. It's hurting your recovery when you view it the opposite way. When you view it like, oh God, I'm so anxious today. Oh God, I'm going backwards. When you start to get into that fight because of how hot the fire is burning, instead of looking at that hot fire as an opportunity, you are really screwing yourself over. So imagine what would happen, right, if from this day forward you didn't view high levels of anxiety as a bad thing, but rather you viewed high levels of anxiety, whether it's a sticky thought that's causing you a bunch of anxiety or a situation or a symptom, whatever. Imagine if you started to view that as an opportunity. Imagine if your inner voice became something like, hey, you know what? This is an opportunity. This is not a bad thing. This is an opportunity. The hotter, the better, right? The hotter the fire is burning, the more opportunities I have to continue retraining my brain. I embrace this. I want this. I need this, because you can't get where you want to be, right, unless you have those feelings there. So they're actually opportunities. They're actually a good thing, right? But your mindset is not quite there yet. Your mindset is still, oh, I don't want to feel this intense anxiety. Oh, this is not a good thing. Oh, this means I'm going backwards. Oh, this is a problem. No, keep in mind what I just said, guys. It can get worse before it gets better, but that's actually a good thing, right? Right? That's actually a good thing. Okay, so you have to embrace the fire. You have to embrace how hot it is. You have to view it as an opportunity, and it comes back to that simple brain fact that anxiety only learns while anxiety is turned on. So when that anxiety is intense, in fact, the more intense it is, the better opportunity you have to use those two keys and show your brain the truth. Imagine what would happen if your mindset became that. Imagine what would happen if your mindset became, hey, this is not a bad thing that my anxiety is so intense. This is actually an opportunity. This is me with the opportunity in my lap to continue to create and mold and shape the rest of my life, the rest of my future, the person that I want to become. This is a good thing. Imagine if you started to work on that mindset. Now, I'm not saying you'll develop that mindset overnight, right? I'm not saying you'll develop that mindset overnight. But imagine if you started to at least chew on the idea that, hey, when my anxiety is high, that's actually a good thing. Imagine, man, imagine for just a second if we could really get you to work on that mindset. Because again, this is not wishful thinking. This is not me trying to blow smoke up your ass and try to be all positive. And no, this is actual literal fact that the amygdala learns while the amygdala is activated, and that means while you feel anxious, okay? And the more anxious you feel, the more access you have to retrain your brain. The more anxious you feel, the more access you have to those fear pathways in your brain, right? So the hotter it burns, the better. The hotter that fire is, the more opportunities you have to use the two keys, live your life as if you're already healed, even though I know you don't want to, and stop mentally fighting with those thoughts and feelings. Just use that accepting inner voice, right? The hotter it is, the more opportunities you have to use those two keys to show your brain the truth. I've had several people, okay, and this is just an example. I've had several people roll through the channel over the years, and I'll be honest with you. I'll level with you for just a second, chat. The people that I see making the most progress, right, or the people that I currently see making the most progress on the channel, or the people who have already healed and they are long gone, right, they are long gone, are the people who develop the mindset of, wait a minute, I want this anxiety to sort of be here. And I know deep down you want to heal, and I'm not trying to take that from you. It's just they have the mindset of, wait a minute, this is an opportunity. They have the mindset of anxiety learns while anxiety is turned on. So I'm actually going to take advantage of this anxiety being here, whether it's because of a thought or a feeling or a situation. I'm going to take advantage. The people who make the most progress here on this channel that I currently see are the people who are long gone because they've healed. They got out of the victim mentality. You can't recover in the victim mentality. And I'm just going to tell you that straight up. You know, we don't hold hands here. You know, we don't beat around the bush. We don't sugarcoat it. You cannot recover. You will not recover. Mark my words. If you have the victim mentality of, oh my God, anxiety's here, I am such a victim, I am being attacked, there's a big bad monster here. As long as that second fear, worried, right? Same thing, second fear, worried mindset of I am a victim is a strong enough force. As long as it is a strong enough force in your life, in your recovery, you are not going to make the progress that you want to make. And the reason I am telling you that so bluntly and so straightforward is to not try to shame you, but to make you realize that there is a much better way to view this thing. There is a much better way to view this thing. Okay? If you are viewing it as a beast, if you are viewing it as a monster, you are doing what Dr. Claire Weeks said, which is adding second fear, which is stressing out your nervous system, right? Which is stressing out your nervous system. You have to start viewing high levels of anxiety, intense anxiety, as an opportunity to take your life back, because it's during those moments that you have golden opportunities to use the two keys and take your life back. But during those moments of high anxiety, like the title of the stream says, the hotter the better. Anxiety learns while anxiety is turned on. If during those moments of high anxiety you are still playing victim, you are still trying to run away from this thing, and you're not viewing it as an opportunity, you're not viewing it as, hey, you know what, this is actually a good thing, I embrace it, this is me getting the rest of my life back. If you're not doing that during those moments, you get stuck in this nasty cycle of I'm a victim and this big bad monster's out to get me, and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing in those moments, right? So how can I expect you to come on here, watch the streams, gather the knowledge, and actually use those two keys, right? Accepting inner voice instead of fighting with your thoughts and feelings mentally, and live your life as if you're already healed. How can I expect you to even begin to use those two keys if your perspective of anxiety is big bad monster and beast? Of course you're not going to be able to use those two keys if the mindset is not correct. Of course you're not going to be able to use those two keys if you do not change your perspective. So next time anxiety is really high and really intense, whether it's because of a sticky, intrusive thought or a situation or whatever it may be, next time anxiety is really intense, of course, I can't expect you to use those two keys if your mindset is, oh my God, I'm under attack, a big bad monster, right? I know how intense it is, and I'm not trying to take that away from you. But we can sit here and we can talk about how intense it is all night long. That's not going to get us anywhere. I know how intense it is, but my point is, if your perspective of anxiety does not start to change, I can't expect you to use the two keys. live your life, and stop mentally fighting with the thoughts and feelings. You can't use the 2 keys if the perspective does not change, right? You can't use the 2 keys if you don't start to work on the perspective. How can I expect you to use the 2 keys if when your anxiety is intense, you go to the victim mentality? I can't expect you to use the 2 keys at that point, and I don't expect you to use the 2 keys at that point, right? So this change of perspective from, oh my God, big bad monster is here, big bad beast is here, my life is over, my life is ruined. The change of perspective from that to, wait a minute, the hotter the better. Anxiety learns while anxiety's turned on. You know, that massive change of perspective, that massive change of perspective is so beneficial. So beneficial. And it's the only way that you can really start to enter into using those 2 keys. So the hotter the better, guys. There's no such thing as, wait a minute, the advice isn't working because it's still very hot. No, the hotter the better. Anxiety learns while anxiety is turned on. So imagine how much progress you could make from this day forward if that started to become your mindset, right? If that started to become your mindset. You need that mindset change. You need that mindset shift. All right, you guys, I love you. I love you oh so much. Thank you for watching tonight's stream. I really do appreciate it. We're going to get our music right back. We're not going to miss a beat, dude. We're going to get the music right back. We're going to head into post-stream, hang out with you lovely, beautiful people. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the stream tonight. If you did, make sure you leave a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Luis, by the way, I haven't forgotten about you, dude. Thank you so much for the $10 tip. Says, thanks for showing me to accept and let the feelings ride out and float with the emotions and feelings. Couldn't get that straight from the Claire Weeks book. I just like to put my own spin on things, you know, whichever one works for you, but I'm glad you were able to find the channel. I'm glad it's helping you out. Thank you so much for the $10 tip, dude, man. I really appreciate it. First tip of the stream, let me get you up on the board, man. Let me get you up on the board. All right, here we go. Thank you so much. Who do we still have with us, man? Who do we still have with us? Let's do a quick roll call, guys. I've noticed the fear for anxiety is literally just a thought. You can change that. It absolutely is. It absolutely is, right? So let me see here. Hold on just a second. I'm going to pull something up for you guys, read something for you guys. If I can find it, that is. If I can find it. Where's it at? Where's it at? I know it's in here somewhere. Just give me a second. We've read this before on stream, but I feel like it's really beneficial, so we're gonna find it and read it again. It's a hot one here tonight, guys. It is hot, it is muggy, it is stuffy, and yeah, it's just not fun. Okay, here we go. If you keep trying to solve the thoughts and feelings, you're telling your brain that it is important, and in turn, your brain will continue to send you similar thoughts and feelings so you can keep trying to solve them, right? So you see the cycle there. If you keep trying to solve the thoughts and feelings, you're telling your brain that it is important, and in turn, your brain will continue to send you similar thoughts and feelings so you can keep solving them. So everybody see the cycle there. You're kind of like a hamster in a hamster wheel at that point. And even if you do solve the thoughts or feelings, the next thought or feeling will bring just as much anxiety. So it's like this endless cycle of fight with the thoughts, fight with the feelings, instead of just viewing it as, hey, this is an opportunity. The hotter the better. This is actually a good thing. So you can see how you're kind of like a hamster in a hamster wheel, and at some point you got to break out. At some point you got to break out of the hamster wheel. So let's see. Good stream tonight. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for supporting the stream, dude. I really appreciate it. JR, when your mind starts telling you that you're afraid of anxiety, just replace that with logic and an accepting inner voice. I love it. Good advice, gamer. Even if you don't necessarily believe it. Even if you don't necessarily believe it, you got to start working on that perspective at some point, right? You're probably not going to have a ton of confidence or belief right away, and that's okay. You should still be working on changing your perspective. A lot of people think you just change your perspective in the blink of an eye. No, it takes work, right? It takes time. It takes practice to change your perspective. For example, if your mind is telling you that you'll have a panic attack and never be able to calm down, tell yourself there's only so much adrenaline the body can produce. It's okay to feel it. Heard that it can only last 20 minutes. Regardless, right? Yes, the body is very limited in what it can do, but you must start to embrace and change your perspective of these feelings. Not, oh my God, just wait it out another 20 minutes, hold on tight, right? You must start to change your perspective. You must start to view it as an opportunity rather than something, oh God, just hold on tight and it'll pass. Just view it as that opportunity. Will these keys work for derealization? Absolutely, because anytime you fight with an anxiety symptom, you gas it up, right? You tire your nerves out even more. Any sort of worry or negative obsession is going to tire the nervous system out and then lead to the very feelings that you are trying to get away from, right? So if we change that perspective to more of an accepting perspective and you really start to work on that, you will see the benefits of that, maybe not as quickly as you'd like, but you will. Today I felt a wave of brain fog and disorientation coming. I applied the acceptance voice and told myself intrusive thoughts is different form. Still felt scary, but didn't spend all day obsessing. So you're trying to work on what you tell yourself, right? Which is the accepting inner voice. You're trying to stay out of that obsession. Donkey, thank you so much for the $5 tip, man. I really appreciate you. Show some love in the chat for Donkey. Thank you so much, dude. We're on a 13-day streak. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Let's get you up on the board, dude. Let's get you up on the board, shall we? All right. Okay, give me just a second, guys. We'll be back. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask those questions. I will do my very best to answer them. Again, thank you for all the support and all the love tonight. We're on 15 out of our 13-day streak. Thank you guys for that. We will be right back. Get your questions in. Right, man, we are back. While we were away for a second, we had a $10 tip come in from Rick. I'm sorry I missed it live, dude. Thank you so much for the $10 tip. Rick, show some love in the chat, guys. Show some support, some love, some gratitude for our tippers. Thank you so much, man. Let's put you on the board. That takes us to 25 on our 13-day streak. Thank you, guys, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. What's up, Kate? What's up, Rich? Be patient. Don't rush it. Yes, sir. Give your brain as much time as it needs. Understand that every time you're anxious, it's just an opportunity. That is the change of perspective that we mostly focused on tonight, is that you can't view the fire burning hot as a bad thing. And when I say the fire burning hot, I mean intense anxiety. Excuse me, that was disgusting. You can't view it as a bad thing. You absolutely must start to change your perspective if you want to make the most progress possible. If you have a very negative, scary perspective of anxiety, and it's allowed to cause fear, it's allowed to cause anxiety, right? Anxiety is allowed to cause anxiety. But at the same time, you must understand that if your perspective is not something along the lines of this is an opportunity, it's supposed to be burning hot, I know it's supposed to be burning hot. If your perspective is not something along those lines, it's going to be even more difficult for you to make progress, right? Because if your perspective is, oh my God, this is horrible, I need to use the advice to make this go away right now, that's not going to work. That is still a very fearful mindset. That is a mindset that is not going to benefit you. That is a mindset that is ultimately going to lead to you being stuck in this cycle, right? So the mindset at some point, what the fuck is wrong with my voice? The mindset at some point, you guys, has to be worked on. It has to be worked on, or you're simply just not going to make the progress that you want to make, right? Because you can't be using these two keys, which is live your life as if you're already healed and stop mentally fighting with those thoughts and feelings. You can't do those two things if your mindset is, oh my God, anxiety. If your mindset is, oh my God, this is a bad thing. Oh my God, use the advice to make it go away, right? Because it just doesn't work that way. If your mindset, if you start to work on it, notice I say start to work on it. I don't say just instantly develop a new mindset. I know it takes practice. I know it takes time. But if you start to work on that mindset, and the mindset slowly starts to become something like, hey, the hotter the better, let it burn. You know, anxiety learns while anxiety is turned on. This is not a bad thing. This is an opportunity. If that becomes the mindset slowly over time, you are going to make so much progress. It'll be unbelievable. It'll be unbelievable. But you must start to work on that mindset, because that mindset just doesn't develop itself, right? That mindset just doesn't magically develop itself. It's something that you've got to work towards basically every single day, right? But if you're willing to do that, if you're willing to change your mindset from this is a bad thing to this is an opportunity, which is the gist of what we're saying here, if you're willing to do that, I can promise you, you are going to get unstuck. I can promise you that you are going to make the progress in time, right? In time. It's not a magical instant thing. You are going to make the progress that you wish to make. But not if you're unwilling. But not if you're unwilling to work on your mindset. You must. It's fundamental. It's crucial. It's very, very important. You must work on that mindset. And if you don't work on that mindset, it's going to be a bumpy road for you, right? I'll just put it to you like that. It's going to be a bumpy road for you. So hopefully you watch this stream tonight and you're inspired to actually work on it, because nobody can work on it but you. You can gather all the knowledge in the world, but that knowledge is absolutely 110% pointless unless you are putting it into practice. You can learn a lot about a specific subject, but if you're not actually following that up with practice, the fundamental practice and the work aspect of the knowledge, then you're just going to stay stuck in the knowledge stage and nothing is actually going to change. So hopefully you guys watch this stream and most importantly, like I always say, actually use what you are hearing. Actually use what you are hearing. Hey, Wonder Bro, I'm wondering if you could get your opinion on something right now. It's 9:30. I should go to bed soon. At 8:30, my girlfriend asked if we could play online games. I said it's late. Can we do it another day? Maybe Monday. She said sure, but I heard the disappointment in her voice. I feel bad. Man, you're in for a long road. You just have to get used to the fact, you just kind of have to get used to the fact that in relationships, you're not always going to see eye to eye. You're going to disappoint your girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever. You're going to disappoint your girlfriend, boyfriend, many, many times. Many times, even if you don't mean to. That is just a part of dating a human being. That is a part of being in a relationship with another person, is that they are a human being and you're going to disappoint them no matter how hard you try not to. And if you sit there and let that eat you up, you're not going to be doing you or your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever any favors. You just have to accept that you don't always see eye to eye, and you're going to have plenty of moments where no matter how hard you try, you are going to let your significant other down. That is just a part of dealing with dating, right? So you just kind of have to accept that. It can't always be sunshine and rainbows. It's not the end of the world. Who cares, you know? And I know that sounds a little blunt, but who cares? You know, she's a little upset because you couldn't play video games tonight. Okay, she'll live, right? She'll live. If you sit there and pick yourself apart about that, you're in for a very rough road, because this is going to happen more than once. It will not always be sunshine and rainbows, no matter how hard you try. Any advice on when you finally stop obsessing and arguing with the thoughts and feelings? I feel so unprotected from taking the trust drive to acceptance fully autopilot mode. Scares me without fighting. Of course it does, because you are cutting the safety nets. Of course it does, because you are dropping your compulsions. Of course it does, because you are getting rid of your coping methods. So you feel vulnerable, like I said earlier, right? You feel vulnerable, and you will feel vulnerable, but that's okay. You embrace that too. Embrace that too, and understand that, hey, you've got all the knowledge, you've got all the facts, and you know this is the way to go. And it's going to make you feel a bit uneasy because it's new to you. It's going to make you feel a bit vulnerable, but you do it anyway because you know why this works. You know how it works. You've already got all the knowledge. And now you are taking the action, even though it feels a little bit like a leap of faith, right? You know why you're here, and you know why you're doing what you're doing. So yeah, you will feel a bit odd trying something new, but that's okay. That's not a problem. That'll eventually fade away, and this will become natural for you. Thoughts have been screaming at me today. Lots of anxiety, DP/DR, but I've been keeping that inner voice strong. Caught myself in the worry a few times, and I felt sad, but I'm proud of myself. Keep that inner voice strong, dude. Nothing is worth getting into a fight with when it comes to your anxiety, when it comes to your thoughts and feelings. Understand that the hotter it burns, the better. So actually, even though you feel like crap today, this is the point of the stream tonight, right? Even though you feel like crap today, your brain has learned a lot. Now, those results don't show up until later, okay? And that's why a lot of people quit, but that's just how the brain operates. It takes time for the brain to catch up and to rewire. So those results don't show up till later. But if your anxiety was very intense today, but you weren't fighting with any of those thoughts and feelings, and you were just continuing to live, then rest assured that your brain has done a lot of work today, and it has learned a lot of things today. Even if it does take a little bit of time for those results to show up, that's okay. That's just how it works. Thank you for all the awesome questions tonight, guys. You guys have had a lot of good questions. I appreciate it. I'm not going to pick myself apart. Just wanted sort of validation that I did the right thing. I know I said I feel bad, but I can let that go now that I know that I can trust my own instinct. Well, you know, you can't always wait hand and foot on what somebody else wants to do, right? You're allowed to make your own decisions. You're allowed to call your own shots in a relationship and what you want to do. And, you know, if the other person gets upset about that, and, you know, there's really not much that you can do about that, but you are absolutely allowed to make your own decisions and what you're comfortable with. Hi, bro. Hi, chat. What's up, Doodle? I find my anxiety embarrassing in front of my family. What's up, Grease? You know, a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, people don't even know you're experiencing anxiety while you're experiencing it. And even if they do, they don't give it much thought, right? So you're probably just overthinking it when actually, in reality, your family either even doesn't even realize it, or maybe they do realize it, but they don't even give it much thought, right? Every day is still a roller coaster for me, but one day, I'll have a full good day. Don't sit around and worry about it, though, right? Don't sit around and worry about when that good day is coming. Just continue to embrace the anxiety as an opportunity, which is really what this entire stream tonight was about. Changing your mindset from, oh, this is not a good day, this is a bad day, to no, it's actually a good day, because anxiety learns while anxiety is turned on. That is your new mindset. That is your new perspective, right? Hot and cold flashes are very common with anxiety. That is a common symptom. Of course, I can't diagnose anybody's symptoms, but hot and cold flashes are a common symptom of anxiety, yeah. Jen, absolutely. An army of people in the chat agreeing with you there. So yeah, very common, very common. Very, very common. Nah, not worried. Just looking forward to it. When you've been suffering every day for months, it's hard to not look forward to a single day of feeling good. Yeah, and nobody's trying to take that away from you, right? Nobody is trying to take away from the fact that you're here to recover. But at the same time, your perspective of anxiety still needs to remain, hey, this is an opportunity. This is not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not going to label my days as bad. I'm going to view it as an opportunity to retrain my brain, right? So it's a mindset that is only going to benefit you, whereas the mindset of can't wait till this goes away is not going to get you any closer to your goals, right, with recovery. But yeah, I agree with you. I had a great day, and I had plenty of moments filled with anxiety. I love to hear it, Kate. What'd you do today? Makes my anxiety worse, but I try not to feed it. Don't feed it. Also, make sure to check a dog. Get checked. That's the first step. Yeah, right. Absolutely. Can't diagnose anybody here, so... I can't wait to get my feelings back. I had to watch the whole World Baseball Classic with no joy, but I still did it. Progress. Absolutely progress, right? And you're not going to feel like doing the things that you want to do because anxiety is so high. And anxiety is there to try to tell you that there's some danger, right? And of course there is no danger, but that's what it's there and that's what it's telling you. So of course you're not going to find much joy in doing these things, but you do them anyway because you know there's not a real danger. And now you got to prove that to the brain. You got to prove that to the brain, right? I'm a hypochondriac. Gotta love it. Didn't start until COVID. Yep. Hey, but you know, we talked about that yesterday, whether it's health anxiety, whether it's intrusive what-if thoughts, whether it's fear of going crazy or whatever, it doesn't matter, a situation, the content is totally irrelevant. It doesn't matter what's triggering your anxiety because it's all treated the same way with everything that we talked about here tonight. So content is totally irrelevant. We're going to tell you the same thing that we would tell anybody else, regardless of what the content of those thoughts are. Feeling good one day and getting my life back is my motivation. Every day I wake up, I look at it as a day that I'm able to practice acceptance to get myself closer to my ultimate goal. Yes, any sort of motivation that you can find to really change your perspective of anxiety and view it as an opportunity to retrain your brain, man. Another one, yes. The media telling me I'm going to die every day really got to me. I could see that, right? I can see that. Of course, your own bad habits of obsession, right, kind of led you down this path, because the media was telling all of us that we were going to die every day. But, it's one of those things. No matter what the content is, no matter what your obsession is, you can absolutely work on it. You can change it. You can start to heal. You can start to grow. You can start to recover. It doesn't matter how long you've been there. It doesn't matter how long you've been down in the dumps. It doesn't matter what the content of your intrusive thoughts are. You can absolutely make progress if you're willing to put in the work. Change your mindset, like we said tonight. Change your perspective. View it as an opportunity to continue living your life. View anxiety as an opportunity to continue living your life and to stop fighting with those thoughts and feelings so that your brain can start to catch up, right? If you make that fundamental mindset shift, that mindset change, absolutely you can make progress, and you will make progress, right? I got COVID a few times. I think it's messed my body up a bit. I had it once, but it was kind of like a cold. I didn't really have many symptoms. Anxiety, who? F it. What's up, Sanchez? I'm glad you're still with us, dude. Hope you're doing fantastic. Love you, man. Love you. It's about to get warm here in southern New England, and I can't wait to get some outdoor walks in, fresh and sun. Dude, we've already had some really nice warm days. I spent a lot of time out, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, working in the garden and tilling up some dirt, and I just had a lot of fun with it. I'm so ready for consecutive, right? That's the key word here, consecutive nice warm days, because it's just so all over the place right now. One day you're in shorts and the next day you're bundled up with a hoodie and jacket. It needs to make up its mind. I guess that's March. I've noticed my thoughts cycling a ton lately too. That is great because it's trying to latch on to something, but it can't because you're not powering it anymore. It's like anxiety is realizing I'm not going down. Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth before I could even say it. I'm not going down rabbit holes and it's trying hard. Yeah, it will cycle, and that's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Rich, exactly. I don't watch the news either. Did I miss a comment from Rich? I don't see Rich's comment. That's strange. Jen apparently sees Rich's comment, but I don't see Rich's comment. Let me pull it up. I still don't see Rich's comment. Interesting. felt a little bit more of my real self coming out today too, like a bit of interest for life coming back. Hey man, ups and downs, right? You're going to have days that are better and days that are worse, but it's okay as long as your dominant mindset is, hey, if anxiety is there, that is an opportunity. As long as that's the mindset, you know, who cares? You might have a good day, you might have a bad day. Don't try not to label it as good or bad. Again, view it as an opportunity, right? But yeah, you're going to have days where you'll see some improvement, and then maybe it gets taken away, and then maybe it comes back, and that's just how it works. Don't see his comment either. Yeah, a little strange. Also started getting my garden prep today. Bring on the season, baby. Yes. I had so much fun just using the tiller, and we had leftover wood from the half of the roof job, so I used that to build like some garden plots out there. I was going to take a picture, I haven't done that yet for the Discord, but I just had a lot of fun working out there in the warm weather and doing garden stuff. A lot of prepping. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I can't wait. I'm excited too, Kate. You got snow? Where are you at, Doodle? I think we're done with the snow here, but we still have some pretty cold and also rainy days. I'm ready for it to be consecutively warm days. I'm gonna grab a drink from across the room. Give me like 2 seconds. All right, was that 2 seconds? I tried to run. Would you ever write a book or make a fancy podcast to sell this amazing content? I get the feeling you do it for the love of the game. I can see you easily charging for this amazing work. So would I ever write a book or make a fancy podcast? I've considered writing a book, but I keep pushing it off until I grow a little bit more on the YouTube channel. That way there's actually people out there who will read it. So I've considered the idea of writing a book. All I do right now is the streams and coaching. So that's what I do currently. I don't have a book. I don't really have a podcast. I've had people on the channel. We call it a podcast, but I don't have like an official podcast on like iTunes or anything like that. But maybe one day. You never know, right? Who knows? We'll see. Maybe one day. Eventually, I'll just fully be the real me for days on end, and I'll be able to start tackling the Agora. Absolutely, dude. Keep at it. Try not to get too caught up on time frames, right? Just take each day as it is. Take each day as it is with the correct mindset, and this will add up for you in time. It's not that warm here. It's like 40 degrees. It's 57 according to my taskbar. It is 57 tonight. It's really kind of muggy in here, kind of stuffy. I've got the AC on, but I don't think it's working over there. I don't feel like it's working. I am up north in Norway. Spring doesn't come my way until early mid-May. Gotcha. All right. Still got snow. Interesting. I'd love to read a detailed book on your anxiety journey. I think it would be a great read. I do have some older videos on the channel. If you want to type in like vacate fear space my story, you could probably find those. But yeah, I've kind of tossed around the idea of it a few times. One day when we grow the channel a little bit more. Oh, you've already watched my story. Okay, gotcha. You've already watched my story. Okay. But yeah, I've tossed around the idea of a book. I just don't feel like we're popular enough on the interwebs just yet for me to write a book and it actually do well. So maybe when we grow a little bit more, we'll do something like that. Who knows? All right, guys, we got about 15, man. We got about 15 left in the stream tonight. It's been a good one. I've enjoyed being here chatting with you guys. We're on a 13-day streak, guys. We got about 15 minutes left on a 13-day streak to hit that tip goal. If not, it's okay. But there's your fair warning. We got about 15 minutes left. I self-published 2 books. Let me know. I can help in any way. It's super easy to do. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, because that was another thing. It was like, if I'm going to do this, how do I do it, right? So if I decide to do that, I know who to reach out to. So thank you for that, Lewis. I really appreciate it. Luis or Lewis, I call you both, man. I hope that's okay. Got to 87 here in South Mississippi today. 87. That is insane. we have comfortable temperatures pretty much all summer long. It's rare that we get up into like the 90s. That's almost like the 90s. Yeah, that's rare. Normally we have pretty comfortable temperatures all summer, so it's a nice place to be. It's a nice place to be. East Coast, right? Good night, everyone. Good night, Rick. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for supporting the stream, dude. Really appreciate it, buddy. Love you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Try not to break the mic. I am exhausted again today. I think the problem is today I slept too long. I slept too long and it's having the opposite effect. Do you still heal when the anxiety is not as super strong? Yeah, I mean, just always have the mindset and perspective of accepting anxiety, no matter if it's super strong or kind of strong or not really that strong. Just continue to use the advice and you're going to heal. Yeah, absolutely. When you started out your acceptance journey, Wonder Bro, was your days up and down? Absolutely. For a while before you finally started seeing your real self come out for days on end. I'm just asking because I'm curious. Yeah, you're going to experience a lot of ups and downs. It's a very gradual thing. Sometimes you're going to have intense anxiety. Some days will be better than others, and then it'll go back and be just as bad again, and you'll have those ups and downs. And that's why we say don't base recovery off the way that you feel. Base recovery off of whether or not you're using that advice, right? That's what's important. Nothing else, because it's not linear, and it's going to be a little weird, and you're going to have ups and downs, and that's just part of how the brain learns and reprograms, and it does its own thing. So, that's why we always say, do not base recovery off the way that you feel. Base recovery off of whether or not you're using that advice, right? It's cold winter in Minnesota, hot and humid summer in July and August. Yeah, we really never get up into like the 90s or unbearably hot temperatures. It's usually pretty comfortable around here, like 70s. Sometimes we might get into the 80s. It's kind of rare. Normally, it's just a pretty comfortable summer. It's just a pretty comfortable summer around like 70-some degrees, which I guess is still pretty hot, but stick to the keys, because the moment you feel completely free, even when you're experiencing anxiety, and get a smirk on your face realizing you are free, is a beautiful, beautiful moment. I love it, Kate. I love how you describe that. It's perfect. Perfect. Stick with it. I hope that for all of you. Yes. Thank you for that, Kate. Appreciate it. Thank you for showing some love to the chat. Appreciate it. Whenever I think of others' journeys, I picture them feeling great for days on end and then having a bad day, then back to feeling great. Not what I go through. Not what anyone goes through, right? Especially when you're first coming out of the more severe sensitized state. Not what anyone's journey looks like, really. It's so up and down for just about everybody. Unless you're talking to someone who's like at the tail end of their recovery and they've made a lot of progress, then maybe it's not going to look like your journey. But if you're talking to other people who are coming out of severe sensitization, it's going to look the same for them, which is going to be having a lot of ups and downs. So I need to move. Maybe. That might be the solution. That's funny stuff, right? That is some pretty funny stuff. I picture them feeling great for days on end and then having a bad day, then back to feeling great. I don't know who you've been talking to. I feel like I'm half in the severe and half not, if that makes sense. It does. This guy also teaches the Claire Weeks methods. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. Jesus Christ. He has a good book on Amazon and audio courses if you're interested. Wonder Bro. Sounds interesting, but I mean, I don't go out of my way to watch anybody else's content. Or I read the Claire Weeks books, and then once I healed myself, it was kind of like I lost interest in reading a whole lot of books. I really had no need to. But it sounds like an interesting read. Yeah. Right, Kate? My brain loves to come up with some good stuff. Yes. Been wanting to move for a very long time. You got anywhere in mind? Sky, what's up, Sky? I'm working it in life. Got legs for days. What is up, Sky? What a way to enter the stream, man. I hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, if I tried to pronounce that, Jen, I would just absolutely butcher it. Just butcher it. It'd be horrible. It would be god awful. So we're not going to try to pronounce that name. I do have people from time to time ask me for my opinion on like other mental health YouTubers or whatever, and I really don't have much to say because, like I said, I don't go out of my way to watch anybody else's videos or don't really read any books. I've read a couple books in my life on the topic, but don't really have much of an opinion. They do their thing, I do my thing. So everybody stays in their own lane, I guess. Somewhere warm, preferably a red state. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty comfortable around here. The winters aren't too bad. I mean, every now and then we get slammed, but the winters aren't too bad. The summers are not too humid. It's the humid stuff that I can't stand. Now I'll take an 80-degree day, right? Like that's nice. That's real nice. But if it comes with a bunch of humidity, I can't do it. The feeling of like it feels like you're breathing in it just feels like you're breathing in death. I can't do the humid stuff. It's not for me, man. That's why I don't see how people can live in places like Texas. Like, how are you not miserable in Texas? No offense to anyone who may live in Texas, but how are you not miserable with how humid it is? I don't understand. Are we still live? Yes, we are still live. We got about 5 minutes left in the stream. 5 minutes left in the stream, guys. Final call. 5 minutes left in the stream if we're going to hit our 14-day streak. If not, it is perfectly okay. I'm in Florida. It sucks. I would imagine, dude. I would imagine. That's exactly why I can't do Florida. Yeah, I can't do humid. We got Sanchez in the house. He says, "Hey, I'm in Texas." Sorry, dude. Hey, to be fair, I said no offense, right? I said no offense, so how do you do it, man? How do you deal with that? I don't know how you deal with that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I've been to a few other states where it's like a lot more humid than where I'm at currently, and it's just like ugh, it's disgusting. What's the secret for Texas survival, Sanchez? I have a friend who lives in Texas. I've never been, but they complain about it too. They say it's pretty miserable sometimes. You get used to it. I guess that's true too. If you've been there for a while, you get used to it. You can get used to anything, right? You can get used to anything. Tennessee looks pretty good. I'm pretty close to Tennessee. So it's not winter for you? No, nope. We're starting to get some pretty warm days, like in the 60s. I think it's supposed to be in the 60s like all week this week, so probably do a lot of work outside. Finally get back into my walks with Nova. I say her name a little lowly so she doesn't get too hype. August in Florida is horrible. I hide all day, right beside the air conditioner, right? New England weather sucks. I've been to like North and South Carolina. I wasn't a huge fan. Got to go. Love you all. Thank you for stopping in, Sky. Appreciate you. Thank you. Is it New England that just rains all the time, I think that's New England, right? Bye, Sky. Thank you for being here, dude. Appreciate you. Love you, Sky. Love you. Love you, love you. Love you, love you. Love you, love you. Hey, not to toot my own horn. But if you missed yesterday's stream, it was called See Through the Fog. And if you missed the stream that says this is why you're still sick, I highly recommend you go check those streams out. Of course, every stream that we do, we cover everything you need to know, right? So technically, you only need to watch one stream. But I do recommend those 2 past streams. They were really good, really good. And I don't say that often, right? They were really good streams, and I recommend it. It's Texas humid, extremely. Have you ever thought to do a live stream on DPDR, or do you already have a live stream on that? I've got a stream or video on Greece. Hey, dollar is what I need. I got a stream or video on pretty much every topic you can imagine, gamer. Just search up my name, type in what you're looking for, and you'll find at least one, at the very least, one stream or video on a topic that you're looking for. Greece, thank you so much for the $6 tip. Says Florida is too hot. Thank you for the $6 tip, man. I appreciate you. Takes us to 31. We're almost at tip goal, guys. We're almost at tip goal. Oh no, I accidentally cleared. Dang it. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. That takes us to 31 on the tip goal. Show some love in the chat, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All the tippers tonight for all the support, man. Really do appreciate it. Let me get these names back up here. I don't know why I accidentally cleared that. We got Rick. Thank you so much, Rick. We got Greece. Thank you so much, Greece. Let's get you up on the tipper board. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Without you guys, this channel ain't shit, so I appreciate it. Thank you. Love you guys. Love you, Greece. Love you, Rick. Love you, Donkey. Love you, Luis. Thank you, guys. Luis. He's never corrected me, so I just call them both. My anxiety stops me from trying. I really like to travel more. You'll get there, right? Rains, snows, hails, you name it. Sounds fun. Or is that Seattle? I have never been to Seattle. Today's stream was very good, too. Thank you. Appreciate that, Lick. What is DPDR? Depersonalization, derealization. Just symptoms of anxiety, basically. Symptoms of anxiety. Thanks for your efforts. Thank you for the tip, man. Really appreciate you. Symptoms of anxiety that just make you feel a little, without getting too into it, make you feel a little bit off, right? That's all it is. It's nothing harmful. It's nothing dangerous. No anxiety symptoms are harmful or dangerous, so irrelevant, as long as you've got the right mindset, right? As long as you've got the right mindset. All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping this one up in just a few minutes. Yo, we just got a $10 Cash App. $10 Cash App. Anytime we get Cash Apps, I don't want to say your name because, like, it doesn't give you an opportunity to type in a username. So if that was you with the $10 Cash App and you want to take credit for that, please let me know in the chat. Thank you so much, guys. We're only 9 away, but we are ending the stream in just a few minutes. We are 9 away. It's a very pleasant way to put it, Wonder Bro. Well, I mean, if you want to get into it, technically, right, depersonalization, you just feel like you're not a part of the world, right? Your surroundings and environment seems a little bit off. Derealization is more of a personal symptom where you don't feel like yourself. So that's the simple way to put it, right? That's the simple way to put it. Is it important? Is it harmful? Is it dangerous? Absolutely. Of course, no anxiety symptoms are dangerous or harmful. So all right, have a great night, everyone. Thanks for the stream, Wonder Bro. No problem, gamer. Thank you for being here, dude. Really appreciate it. Thank you. When is your next stream? Probably Monday. I normally don't stream Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, but I decided to come on tonight. I missed you guys. But anyway, next stream will probably be Monday. probably be Monday. I've had that on off and on for the last couple of years. It's usually the result of obsession, not always. It usually is. It's like a fail-safe for your brain. It says, hey, you've been doing way too much obsession. You're tiring me out here. And that's why it's completely harmless. It's actually a good thing that symptom exists. It's basically your brain saying, hey, I gotta take a break for a bit. So completely harmless, but I can understand why people would overthink it, just like any anxiety symptom, right? Just like any anxiety symptom. So I get it, but yeah, it's not in any way, shape, or form dangerous. So all right, we are going to give me just a second here. We are going to drop the Discord link for anybody who wants it. Did my Discord link work for you yesterday, Jen? I know you got into the Discord. Was it through my link? Also, guys, thumbs up, man. Thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Help get these streams out there, man, to people who might need them. Drop that quick thumbs up. There's a Discord link, guys, if anybody wants to join us over there on the Discord. Join us over there on the Discord. Let me know if it works or not, because sometimes it'd be acting a little bit funky. I'm going to drop it a handful of times there for anybody who wants it. I don't know if the Discord link for the Nightbot is actually still valid. Discord links are really weird. They expire after a certain amount of days, and then you can make them not expire when you generate the link. I don't know. It's really weird, and it's not straightforward, and I don't know why they do it that way. But if anybody wants to join us on the Discord, it is right there in the chat. Completely free to do so. Doesn't cost you a dime. All right, you guys. I think that is officially the stream for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Julie with the $9. Maddie with the 10 all of a sudden. Julie and Maddie, thank you guys so much. So what does that take us to? You guys know I can't math. Takes us to 60, right? Or like 59 or something. I don't know, but that's tip goal. Thank you so much, Julie. Thank you so much, Maddie coming in out of nowhere. That is a 14-day streak. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys right at the buzzer. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I love you. Thank you. What was I saying? I think that's it for tonight, guys. I think that's everything. Discord link is in the chat if you want to join us on Discord. Check me out on TikTok, Vacate Fear. I'm really growing over there. We're almost at 650 followers over there, so fun stuff. But thank you guys so much. Thank you for the tip goal right at the last second. I appreciate it, guys. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Beautiful stream, great comments, great questions. Thank you for all the love, the support, the generosity, the positivity. Thank you. I'm sorry I messed it up with 6. You're good, dude. Thank you for supporting the stream. But anyway, guys, that's everything. I love you oh so much. Have a beautiful rest of your night, a beautiful rest of your day, wherever you're watching from. Until next time, have a great weekend. As always, stay awesome. Love ya. Thank you guys for everything.